Hey y'all, it's Andy. I'm back. I'm finishing off this Sloppy Joe. Last time I left you, I told you how long I let those peppers and onions cook. It's probably been about 15 minutes. Hands are clean, putting on gloves just for the sake. About ready to touch some raw meat. Add that to the party. Yeah, that's the main thing. We're cooking. Main thing is getting those peppers and onions. You want to reduce them down to nothing. Like, you probably can't see, this pot's terrible, my camera is terrible, but you just reduce that down to nothing. Not nothing, but very laid back and chilled. We're just gonna grab this meat. It's down here. Here's the package. We're only gonna use a third of it. So it's probably, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of a pound. If that, it's probably a little under that. We're gonna go a little light on it because the whole idea of this video is to like use this food for multiple things and take 2 pounds of hamburger pork meat and make multiple meals out of it. And that's what we're doing. This is the thing I hate about rubber gloves. As soon as you use them and touch something like that, you gotta throw them away because they're no good. Giving it a little stir. Gonna crank up the heat because it was at low. Gonna turn it back up to maybe medium. We're gonna start adding some liquid once this starts cooking down. We getting there. We going straight sloppy joes. Trust me. It's gonna take a second. I'm not used to recording this stuff, but we're gonna have some fun with it. Yep. Let's turn it on. So the meat's in. It's cooked for a little while. The onions and peppers cooked for at least 15 minutes. They've been reduced down. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna brown the meat. I'm gonna put some more gloves on and store this meat that I have in the freezer because I'm not gonna use it in the next few days because the amount of food that I have is enough for a few days. And I want to like do more of this weird stuff. I've got a lot of other weird food that I want to cook too. Like, you don't realize what grocery stores are offering right now. The nasty bits are the best bits. Alright, so I'm gonna grab a bag, take half this hamburger meat / pork. That right there is a simple serving. Going through the bag, did not touch the other bag. It's all going in the freezer anyway, so it'll be fine, but better safe than sorry. Normally I would label this, but I know this food is not going to last for very long. The best thing to do, get all the air out of it. We all know this, we're not idiots. I'm starting to get that sizzle, you can probably hear it. Trying to kill a little bit of time while this video is still playing. Because I can't make all these videos and not finish the dish. Like, that's the way I'm looking at it. And I'm really close. It's basically a last little simmer effort. Get everything going. Add a bunch of liquid to it. Let that cook down. I'm actually going to do something really weird that you normally would probably never do. This is when you pop your oven on. These 2 little pieces of bread. Just going to pop them in the oven. Let them cook. They ain't going to hurt nobody. Let's see. Well, yeah. I have these cherry tomatoes left. They're gonna get added at the end. Manwich, it's getting added probably next. Meat, go in the freezer. Just browning the food, that's all we're doing. Makes me respect cooking shows more than you know. Freaking angle shots they get. Good stuff. Alright, we're all idiots. I'm the biggest idiot, and I don't care, because I'm at home all by myself, and I'm not going to be around other people either. So I'm just going to be weird. You get to join me. We're getting sizzle. That stuff's cooking. Yeah, we can totally cook. Well, not cook, but something that was in the original ingredients that I didn't show is a shallot. This is a good time to add the shallot. That's basically your garlic. You know, we're poverty pandemic up. Kitchen towels, they're terrible. Invest in these. Wash them every day. This meat's something you definitely want to not do. Obviously, it's not well done. I'm a big believer in eating things rare and medium rare, but there's ground pork in it, so let it cook. You can already see, I wish you could see this. All those peppers and onions are just starting to stick to that ground meat. And I want to say ground beef because there's pork in there too. Lovely swine. I love a good swine. Alright, it's getting there. The only thing I'm worried about is excess fat pouring out because I'm going to be adding a little bit of cheese to it. Obviously the manwich. And that's a lot of liquid, and I don't want a lot of fat in there, so I'm kind of wanting to brown this off a little bit. Take a look where we're at, and then drain off any excess fat. And excess fat does not mean it is void of fat. We want some of that greasiness in there. That's Flavorville. Because, you know, Guy Fieri, he's got great hair, and he knows his shit. Things are radical. Surprisingly, there's not a lot of fat dripping off of this. So we're going to do it. I'm going to show you the most complex thing you could ever see on the internet. Okay. This is a can opener. This is a can. And you take the can and you squeeze it and then you just turn it. And I'm left-handed, and this is a right-handed can opener, and I know how to use one of these. If you don't know how to use one of these, you can take the can and rub the top of it on cement over and over in a circle, and the top will pop off. You will be able to open it that way, like survival tip 101. It's really a stupid way to survive, but why would you have a can opener? But you can open it just by rubbing it on the ground. All right. Already I can smell this. I hate ketchup. I think ketchup's one of the most disgusting foods ever. Manwich is basically just ketchup. That's the reason why I did all this other stupid stuff. Because there's so much sugar. I have sugar to add still to this. That's what the mustard brings. The mustard is not sweet. But I'm going to pour all this in there. Okay, poured it in. I'm going to fill it half full of water. Give it a little swirl. Pour the rest in. Give it a little stir. See? Just giving it a stir. Now I'm going to let this cook down. I'm not going to put a lid on it. I'm going to try to evaporate everything in there. It's probably going to be way too sweet. That's why I have all the spoons. I'm going to taste it. I'm not putting in the corn yet, and I'm not putting the corn, not the tomatoes. Corn, tomatoes, bad, whatever. I do have something that I'm going to put in it. This is a shallot. I'm just going to slice it super thin. Use about half of it. This is basically like yeah, it's a shallot. If you don't know what a shallot is, sorry. It's a shallot. You don't want to put that in there too early. It's thick right now, but it's going to be okay. It's still silly. But it's got to thicken up even more. And we're going to thicken it up with that bread that's in the oven right now. Don't forget that we put bread in the oven. You'll easily burn that. Speaking of, I'll check it. It's like a minute off of being actually, what we're going to do is take that bread and just crumble it in there and use it as a thickening agent. And it's basically our flour. And then same thing with the manchego cheese. I'm going to hit it with the ballpark mustard, the corn, the tomatoes, sugar if necessary. I highly doubt it's going to be necessary after just smelling that manwich. I'm not used to using processed foods like that, but that's why we're in a pandemic poverty fucking cooking show. I got nothing better to do. I'm gonna eat dinner. I got enough dinner here to last me a day or two. It's simple to do. Silly. I'm out there. I actually have done pretty good in regards to camera work, in regards to the hand and the cutting board. So I'm going to give myself that. I'm going to take a slight break, let this simmer for about 10-15 minutes. Before I do that though, I'm definitely taking that bread out of the oven. Everything's all hunky-dory. We got 3 more ingredients, 4 more maybe tops. We have 4 for sure. Maybe 5 if you're including the sugar. I don't think we're going to need that. But we're going to add a few more things once it reduces down. And that's the whole thing. Like, making good sloppy joes takes some time. Just spend the extra time. It's worth it. We all have it now. We got nothing but time. And that's the only reason why I'm giving this stupid video. I look like the biggest idiot, I'm sure. But you know what? I really don't care. Because I'm happy. And I want everyone else to be happy around me. If I can make these better, tell me how. I don't care. I'm just smiling and silly. You can't see me smiling, but I am. See you soon.